a brand new uniform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all that you do, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And there were colors pour. Count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire on his roommate's face. It was bloom and addiction, a miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute, drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil ever linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture, back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studios drone with a lotion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury your life. I let my means of being dissolved. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And there were colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The one team everyone is talking about right now is the Bengals, and whether they can finish the regular season with a perfect record. It's within reach, and a win here would get them one step closer. It's the Steelers going up against the Bengals. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Time for the offensive starters now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and a guy to watch out wide, Sammy Coates.
A slow start in his rookie season, only caught 1 pass in 2015. They're expecting much bigger things from him, trying to help out that offense. If he can get open, you know his quarterback will find him.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. In motion is Coates. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Carlos Williams that time. Third down here. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
When you play against Carlos Dunlap, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. On third down, Roethlisberger. James has it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Williams loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Ben going to give it to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First and 10. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
Here's Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Javon Hargrave, the big rookie from South Carolina State, in there to drop him. And that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Second down, Dalton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll make it third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Zebra! Zebra! Check 31! Zebra! Zebra! Check 3! Dagger!
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Again, it's Williams. And some room to work. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Roethlisberger, Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be blunt. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And this one's incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. The play fake to Hill. Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make 1 step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And he'll bang that one through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 77 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And that'll make it 13-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Dalton, 1st and 10. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger flushed out right. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down but not before reaching the 8-yard line. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. That's caught at the 3. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They come out here in the eye. Big Ben going to take it himself. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people's bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Boyd's the target, and he hands it over the middle. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves and sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Dalton. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
First and 10 for Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. To the left side here for Eifert. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd down, Dalton. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Dalton, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Another chance for Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bullock will put this one through. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the 1st-round pick, William Jackson III. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, Hill able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the lead. Still a 1-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off. And, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll give the Steelers a 1st down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Roethlisberger with a give. It's Williams. Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Carlos Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. Roethlisberger looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here. And that's caught inside the 35. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Eluding the pressure right. A dump off now to Hill. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know this.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League.
What's your wish?